Welcome to Dungeon Zero. This is Dylan. I've got Will here with me and our special guest, Stina.
Ta-da!
Yay! And we're all going to pursue a new adventure in AI Dungeon. That's located at play.aidungeon.io. AI Dungeon is essentially a AI-driven text adventure where the Dungeon Master, the AI itself, is going to take us through an adventure. And it is our job to try and keep it on the rails.
Make sense of it.
Really, yeah.
I feel like we're gathered around, interpreting signals from the stars and trying to weave it into a coherent mythology that it just...
Do I get a Ouija board? I feel like I need a Ouija board.
Ouija board would be fantastic. In the meantime, we need to determine our setting. There's fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, cyberpunk, and or custom. I wasn't sure really what to do. I'll take some input, but I was also thinking we throw a pirate in there.
Western?
Oh, Western, okay. Yeah, we have so far done fantasy, cyberpunk, and we did a zombie noir adventure last time.
Amazing.
Did we start with zombies or did we start with noir?
I
think we started with zombies and then the noir.
I wanted to do noir, but they had zombies as a thing, which they don't actually seem to have right now. No, yeah, they do.
Number 4.
I totally said it as the fourth thing. All right. Stina, you still down with Western? Will?
All right. If we make a Western, we have to actually write the intro, though, don't we?
I think we just give it some information and go from there. So we're going to try a custom then.
Mm-hmm.
We enter a prompt that describes who you are and the first couple sentences of where you start out. Example, you are a knight in the kingdom of Larion, where we've been before. So, what is our name? Oh, a major reason I wanted to bring Stina on for this is because I would love a female main character. And neither I nor Will are female main characters.
This seems to be true.
Yeah. But we can all decide.
I can be whatever you want. But... So who are we?
That is the question. Stina, do you have any input on a name?
On a name?
We have been Reginald von Borkelstadt.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
He became a science wizard.
Nice.
We were RoboDroid 9000.
Also excellent.
The 9000 seems a little on the nose in
Yeah.
retrospect, but...
You're setting the bar really high for me here.
Dirk Gundrinker is still my favorite.
Gun
It's
drinker?
not, yeah.
Amazing.
That one also had some issues, but it's par for the course. It's fine.
Well, the problem with a Western is that you get really standard Anglican names for your ladies, and it's no bueno. So we need something better than Mary or Molly.
We could be
May is always like Mae, May something. Like Mae West.
Or we could...
Can we use my roller derby name? Can this be Bessie Mae?
Oh.
Yes, we can.
That's,
also,
all right.
Also, curse as much as you fucking want, because we're explicit now.
Excellent. Good.
There was some debate about that. Also, keep in mind that we could be dealing with like Mexican independence, Alamo, Santa Ana kind of influences, so we can go
a
little bit more. I was going to say Latin influence, but that's not really the appropriate term.
Well, I'm half Mexican, so I say it's okay.
You've been given permission.
Right, that's definitely how that works.
That's exactly how that works.
As long as one person says that the thing that you're doing isn't weird, it's not weird.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that's kind of an issue.
So to bring us back in, we are doing a custom adventure, and we are Gina Mae Hernandez.
But who is Gina Mae Hernandez?
I think she's feisty, for one.
Anybody named Ginny is clearly feisty.
A lone gunslinger.
Heck yeah.
Some kind of a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Fighting for...
the independence of the American West.
For the independence of the American West.
And let's just not discuss colonialism.
This is...
Yeah.
Everything's fine, you guys. Everything's fine.
We're going to go straight genre fiction here.
I think that's a good call. Fighting for the independence of the American West. You have a bolt action rifle.
Ooh, yes.
A
flask of whiskey.
A flask of whiskey.
And a gleam in your eye.
And a gleam. Who watches the AI thinks that gleam is a thing.
Oh,
it's very pointy.
It's going to be like you have to stop to get the gleam out of your eye.
Oh, no.
That is literally what it's going to do.
Mm-hmm. You have just rolled into town when something strange happens.
Beautiful.
You are Gina Mae Hernandez, a lone gunslinger fighting for the independence of the American West. You have a bolt-action rifle, a flask of whiskey, and a gleam in your eye. You have just rolled into town when something strange happens.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you pass.
A voice says from behind you.
We don't allow weapons on this train.
So I take it that we arrived via train?
We arrived via train, but
I
I feel pretty confident that it understands that this is maybe a Western. Like, this is the first thing.
I mean, train.
Train, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see where this goes from there. What would Ginny do? We have to get into the mind of this.
I feel like Ginny, without turning around, would have some kind of a rejoinder.
Yeah.
Witty rejoinder.
She absolutely does not take shit from this conductor or... I don't know what... It's not a conductor. What's a porter? The porter can get fucked.
Sure, the porter can get fucked.
Go fuck yourself, porter. No.
It's going to interpret porter as a name. It would.
See, here's the thing. I'm going to come at this with my, Clint Eastwood Western... all porters can get fucked, like that attitude. But I don't know if that's appropriate for Ginny. Maybe she's...
What is Clint Eastwood have against porters?
Ginny has a name, so she's not quite that level of Clint Eastwood.
Granted. She's
No, you're right. You're right.
She's not a woman.
This is not the man with no name for a multitude of reasons. Turn around and
stare him down.
The... I'm going to say, I think conductor.
Conductor. It's more clear.
With disdain.
Oh, yes.
You turn around and regard the conductor with disdain.
You turn around to glare at him as he walks past you. He doesn't look scared or surprised by your attitude. In fact, it looks like he's enjoying your stare.
Why you gotta be gross, AI?
You're a single traveling female.
I mean, I think this is just another thing. This is just another variety of shit that Gina Mae Hernandez does not put up with.
I have a line. What, do you expect me to get a fucking curtsy?
All right. We're going to change it to...
Yes.
What? You're going to turn this into a Victorian period drama by saying curtsy. I want you to know that.
They curtsied in the West, too.
But
Ginny doesn't.
Ginny doesn't fucking curtsy. Ginny puts a bullet between her eyes.
You say, "What? Do you expect me to fucking curtsy?" You wait a moment, but the conductor says nothing, so you continue walking to the end of the platform. The train is pulling in soon, and you decide to get on board as quickly as possible before they close the doors.
Get on the train. So
all right, well, we rolled into town to board the train to go somewhere else. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So where are we going? Okay.
We should be heading towards some quintessential Western town. Are we going to maybe Laredo? Tombstone?
I'm not even sure that we need
Cheyenne?
Ooh, I like Cheyenne.
Okay.
Where is Cheyenne, Wyoming?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Is that Western?
Oh, yes.
Wyoming? Wyoming is Western.
I thought Wyoming was too far north to be... Okay. Fine.
South Dakota?
Northwest.
Deadwood.
All right. No, you got me there.
Let's not get into geography here.
We're
heading west.
If it's not Texas, Arizona, or New Mexico, then I'm like, what's that?
You're from California.
Yeah, but California's not the West. California is like the
most west?
Yeah, but like...
The westernest west?
California is not the southwest.
Gold Rush is happening at the time, which is different.
I don't mind Gold Rush.
No,
you want to go to San Francisco?
Let's go to San Francisco. Let's Gold Rush this shit.
Oh, shit. All right, fine.
Ginny's going to go make her fortune.
Quick disclaimer. Y'all are both from California.
Kind of.
All right, so we're leaving my neck of the woods.
section in 5th grade history about the California Gold Rush, I assure you.
Well, you never thought you were going to use it, but now is the time.
Would you like to know about the California missions?
I would
also 5th grade.
I'm interested in Ginny discovering information about the California missions.
All right. Look, my only request is at some point, as part of an exclamation, we say, "By the Great Horn Spoon." All right?
I have no idea what that means, and I'm very excited to find out.
All right. Find a quiet seat on the train away from everyone else.
You know we're going to visit the bar car at some point here.
Sure, but, you know...
You find a quiet seat away from everyone else and relax, grateful for the chance to rest for a while. You pull out your flask and take a quick swig before sliding it back into your pocket.
An old man approaches you from behind.
Is he trying to get shot? everybody in this thing is trying to get shot.
Yeah, you don't surprise people with guns.
Can he be a hoary old man? Because that is very important. Hoary.
Yeah, a hoary old man approaches you from behind. We should probably teach it that the...
So we're putting that into the story, to be clear.
Okay.
Hold on. No, before that, however, let us teach the game. There we go. The train is heading for San Francisco.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, how
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, we teach it that the train is heading for San Francisco.
A hoary old man approaches you from behind.
Good afternoon.
He says,
I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
That's because we didn't give it, dipshit. Sorry. Not that sassy yet.
Jenny. You reply.
I'm called Ollie.
He says, grinning at you.
Good job, game.
Yeah.
Ollie works.
Okay.
Ollie works.
Yeah,
Ollie totally
all right.
works. Is he accosting us, or does he want to like play checkers and sling whiskey?
Oh man. I mean, I could go for a good game of checkers.
Yeah, let's.
Is this occult west? Are we weird west or are we straight west?
Oh, we got to be weird west.
I feel like we should wait for the AI to tell us, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, if we want to throw it in, we'll see. All right. So I think we should challenge Ollie to a game of checkers.
That sounds great.
Checkers.
Challenge
Check,
Ollie
not
on
poker?
a game. No, I don't know. It feels
you need,
poker's
like-
too on the nose.
Okay.
I feel like it'd either be old maid, or you need like a table for pokers.
Yeah. Challenge Ollie to a game of checkers. All right. Let's not get too distracted, though.
Yeah.
You accept the checker game challenge, and Ollie smiles before taking out a small board and 2 pieces. You watch as he moves one of his pieces, which is obviously a pawn.
All right. Okay. Now hold on. We could just go back and accept that the AI doesn't know how to play checkers. But instead, what if we treated this as like some sort of coded message being relayed?
Has Jenny all of a sudden become a secret agent too?
Oh God!
Is she a secret agent in the Weird West on a mission?
I mean, that's a
From the
that's
Queen
a compelling
to San
story.
Francisco?
Oh my God. So this man wants to play checkers with a pawn and one other piece. That's not how you play checkers.
So do we take our bishop and claim his pawn in order to communicate a secret message back to him?
The game's gonna be over real fast.
Yeah, well then you can get to drinking.
Then
All right,
then
that's
we've
true. That's true.
clearly won the
Okay.
game.
How about this? No, we say bishop to e4.
Sure.
King
That's
me.
a chess thing.
King me.
King me.
King me. Sure.
Yeah.
Bishop to e4. King me. Ollie smiles and moves his bishop again.
Check.
He says, setting up his next move. The game begins.
I
But the
believe that the
game-
game has begun.
The game is not actually the
This-
board right
Of
now.
the
course,
game is
yeah.
out of the board.
Game.
Whatever game has begun.
It is
I-
afoot.
Yes. Damn it, I was going to say that.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
The game is afoot.
All right. So Ollie is not the hoary old man we thought of.
He is not.
No, that is clearly a
He's an
disguise.
agent of some
He's
kind.
an agent, yeah.
But what kind of agent?
Is this just
Well,
like...
let's just ask: are we on the same side or opposite sides?
I think he's sitting opposite us.
Oh, is this a
Oh,
confrontation?
literally same side.
Yes, that is the question. No, he's not sliding in next to us in the booth. That's creepy.
We would have shanked him already.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I do think we need to pull a gun on him under the table, though. And, like,
I
ask
think we
him...
got to go back to the question.
Well,
Are
like-
we on the
well,
same side or different
we
sides? Are
need
we
to-
getting a positive message?
But we
or
need
are
to find that out. And I think we pull a gun on him just to be safe.
Oh, we don't know yet.
It's a hidden gun.
Sure.
And you're like, what's a message we can say to him that tells us which side he's on?
I've pulled a hidden gun on you.
Just don't tell me.
It's a real shit job of hiding it, though. Let me tell you.
do you value, which do you value more, your life or the queen?
We can. That's good, but we can tweak it. We can tweak it.
What you got?
Bold of you to value the life of a pawn over that of the queen.
Ooh.
Right. We haven't pulled the gun, though.
Not yet.
All right, sure.
we'll do that
next.
You say, bold of you to value the life of a pawn over that of a queen. Ollie frowns and is silent for a moment.
I'm sorry,
he says quietly.
I didn't realize. I meant no offense.
I like Ollie. I like Ollie.
Ollie seems like a...
Holster the gun I had pulled on Ollie under the table.
Yeah.
Stand up. None taken. Good sir.
All right.
You holster the gun you had pulled on Ollie under the table and stand up. None taken, good sir. Ollie smiles at you once more.
Is Ollie gonna maybe pass us a secret message? Are we gonna get
I feel like
in that pawn?
I feel like the secret message has been passed.
I feel like it might be like hidden inside that pawn piece, and we need to take it with us, and open it up.
Okay.
Buy him a drink. Why don't we buy him a drink and pass the time till we get to New Mexico?
Are we going south and
we're
then
going to San Francisco.
We got to go through Denver.
Wait, were we in Texas to begin with?
We were obviously in Texas to begin with because that's where we are now.
Fine. Okay. Buy Ollie a whiskey.
Not from our fucking flask, that's for damn sure.
That's right.
And put the pawn into... I'm just using first person here.
Yeah.
That seems like the right choice.
And, buy Ollie a whiskey and put the pawn into my inventory.
You have to tell it inventory. Okay.
I don't know if it'll pick up on the inventory.
You buy Ollie a whiskey and put the pawn into your inventory. You pull out a $20 bill and hand it to the bartender. He shakes his head, but takes the money anyway. This won't be the last you'll see of me.
$20 is a lot of fucking
Holy
money.
shit.
Thank you.
That's like going in and dropping like, I assume like $500. Right?
I don't know. Somebody get a currency
Okay,
converter.
so we're in like the 1860s?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that we were like, yes.
All right, well, you're flashing your cash. Jenny doesn't take nothing from nobody.
Okay, so think about times 30.
Times 30.
Times 30. Okay.
So $600.
So $600.
You just whipped out $600 to buy this old timer of whiskey.
That better be some damn fine whiskey.
No, I think what's just happened here is that we, like, the bartender was just part of a payoff.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I keep coming back to the secret agent shit. Like, if we need to work a different angle, go ahead.
No,
but I'm just...
I think we're
Secret agent in the Weird West is 100% where we are right now.
That's my shit.
I don't want to get too caught up on the train. I do want to get to San Francisco.
Yes, absolutely.
So can we go back to our room and Ginny can open up that pawn and see what her secret message is?
She needs to twist it open.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
there is a secret message in the pawn.
nod at...
This is story.
You're right. I want a nod at Ollie and walk back to my sleeper car.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Once inside, open up the pawn to reveal a secret message.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Hopefully the AI is going to have some good ideas for...
I would like that.
We found the note.
You nod at Ollie and walk back to your sleeper car. Once inside, open up the pawn to reveal a secret message. The message is from a man called Olaf Southwell. He claims that a man called Frank wanted him to meet you at the train station or wherever you are.
All right, I feel like that's a little bit of
San
cheating.
Francisco.
All right, we're going to get on to San Francisco.
I agree.
Okay, so we can...
The train pulls into the station at San Francisco.
Okay.
We need to find Frank.
And we got to find Frank.
Okay. The train pulls into the San Francisco station and...
Stops to let you off?
Well,
how explicit do you need to be?
What's her name again?
Gina Mae Hernandez.
And Ginny exits the train to look for a man called Frank.
Cool.
Deal.
The train pulls into the San Francisco station, and Ginny exits the train to look for a man called Frank. Gratefully, a man called Ollie approaches her, offering to assist her with her bag. He seems genuinely friendly and asks for directions to the nearest hotel.
Let me help you with your bag that goes to this hotel that I don't know how to get to.
Is Ollie the code name for all
I think
of the
Ollie,
agents?
yeah.
Okay. Or Ollie is a clone.
It's like asking about, Friends of Dorothy.
Yes.
Only more secret agent and less.
Okay, I'm down with that. I was kind of going with like
culture.
Ollie is like this is a different Ollie, and he's just a clone of the other Ollie.
Is he a clone of the other Ollie, and we are in that level of Weird West, or is it just
that is
a conspiracy
really
of Ollies?
A conspiracy of Ollies sounds great. It's just like a conspiracy.
Is that going to be the title when we're done with this?
A conspiracy of Ollies.
I'm writing that down.
All right, a conspiracy of Ollies. So
let's roll with it. I love it.
All right, offering his sister with her bag, he seems genuinely friendly and asks for directions to the nearest hotel. I think
I'm new here too.
I feel like that does
She just got off the train, complete.
She's too self-assured for that. I feel.
All right.
We're not going to admit weakness to a stranger that we just met.
Point me to the nearest watering hole. I'm still talking as a dude, but
point me
to the nearest watering hole.
Thank you, Stina.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
I'm helping.
Point me to the nearest watering hole. Ollie smiles. I think I can help you with that, he says. He leads you to a taxi stand, and after finding one that seems reasonably priced, you hop in the back seat.
I feel like taxi
actually is horse.
Yeah.
I think
taxi still
carriage.
Works. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taxi carriage.
Should we mention something about, man, it sure is hot and sweltering in this 1860 San Francisco sun.
I feel like if you need to teach the game that we are in 1860, this is a way to do so.
I think, wait, no. I think that we can just as easily just go. The year is 1863.
Sounds good.
We have told the game the year is 1863 so that it understands where we're coming from.
Please stop trying to give us.
We'll see.
Well, if we go up an
California
elevator.
Yeah.
I'm not from California. You guys should know this. Yeah. Okay. He leads you to
1850.
We're good.
All right.
48, right?
No, 50 apparently.
50.
Okay, based on 2 seconds.
So we are after the gold rush though, because that was the 49ers.
Yeah, it was. I think it was still going on, but it wasn't yeah.
In the throes.
We're in the denouement of the gold rush.
Okay.
I'm into it. Yeah, and that seems like there's a lot of wealth floating around that might be,
might need to be directed to the appropriate places.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we just giving up on Frank, or is this?
No, I think we need to find Frank.
I think Frank's gonna be at the watering hole.
Okay, that's fair.
What if we go to?
We were supposed to meet Frank at the station.
What if we go to
just fail?
Frank's saloon. What if we just go to Frank's saloon?
Take me to
I don't mind being on the nose with this thing because it's crazy.
All right, any opportunity that you give for nuance, the AI is just did you mean this completely other bonkers ass thing?
Fair.
Take me to Frank's saloon.
It feels like maybe it doesn't remember what it has already told you. A little.
Yeah, it is a little.
It'll lose track of it and then bring it back up
much. Yeah.
You say, take me to Frank's saloon. Okay, you know where it is? I do. Second floor, to the right. I'll remember, he says, smiling.
Ollie is a very smiley man.
Mm-hmm.
One of many Ollies.
Well,
I think I tend towards secret agents because the dialogue is just stilted enough that it convinces you that they're talking in code. Why is this saloon on the second? What is it on the second floor of?
The bank?
A pharmacy?
Okay. Yeah.
I like a pharmacy. I feel like
okay.
Yeah.
You got to get your laudanum somewhere.
Yeah.
You got that? Okay.
What does Jenny have a laudanum problem?
Oh, God.
Not yet.
I'm not.
Yeah. That's when we revisit Jenny's character at episode 310.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ!
Then she'll be laudanum
a very different person.
It'll be very sad, honestly.
It does sound tragic.
Addiction's not a joke, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it is right now.
Addiction to laudanum, I feel like is a joke.
Look, I saw Tombstone. That wasn't funny. It's tragic.
Oh, dear me, I have the vapors.
Oh,
all right, enter Frank's saloon and ask the bartender
for Frank.
Yeah, where Frank is. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep it straightforward.
Let's move towards Frank.
You enter Frank's saloon and ask the bartender where Frank is. The bartender tells you in the far corner that looks like he's opening a box of ammunition. You walk over to Frank, who pauses in his loading process.
So he's just like loading a revolver in the bar. All right.
Good.
I'm into Frank. Frank,
Do we need to present the pawn to Frank? Is that part of our?
It would certainly.
What if you pass him a glass of whiskey with the pawn where the ice cube should be?
Ooh, that sounds undrinkable, but sure, let's do
it.
Good for dramatic effect.
I'm saying hygiene wasn't the top
He swallows
concern.
the whole thing in one gulp. He chokes on the pawn and dies. You're arrested for involuntary manslaughter. How do you take your whiskey? I don't suppose it's on the rocks? ?
Is it gonna get the subtlety of that kind of?
As to pass him a glass of whiskey with the pawn floating in it. I'm trying, okay? Give me that. I'm trying.
Super
The
credit.
bad thing is that we end up writing like 90% of this fucking adventure.
That's fine.
You say, how do you take your whiskey? I don't suppose it's on the rocks. As you pass him a glass of whiskey with the pawn floating in it, Frank looks up from the box of ammunition and stares at you.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You grin. I'm helping you.
That's pretty.
I like where
just
this
after
is
you said that
going.
we're writing most of it, that's a good.
I like where this is going.
Based on this interaction, it's kind of shifted the balance of power in our direction. We're meeting Frank to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
We have passed Frank a message ostensibly, right?
Okay, let's
In
go
theory.
back and just review, because the message is from Olaf Southwell, and he claims that a man called Frank wanted him to meet you at the train station of wherever you are.
I want to call this out. We met Ollie,
And other Ollie.
another Ollie, and an Olaf. Wouldn't
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty sure
nickname of Olaf
Olaf's
be
nickname is
Ollie?
Ollie.
Is
Yes.
that is definitely 3 Ollies by now.
Absolutely. It is a conspiracy.
The AI just occasionally will pick one thing and be like, this is the most important feature of this story.
We found it.
Found it. Dude named Ollie.
Do we need to tell the AI that there are many people called Ollie?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I feel like it's already got it.
It knows? All right.
All right, well, clearly then we need to say, Ollie sends his regards. He's sorry he couldn't be here to meet you in person. I don't know. We might have to go back on that. We'll see.
Ollie sends his regards. He's sorry he couldn't be here to meet you in person. Frank is silent, but he keeps his gun tightly gripped in his hand.
What the hell's going on?
He asks. You grin. It's a long story.
The grinning
Yeah.
is very out of character for Ginny.
I mean, before saying it's a long story, though.
It's twice in a row.
I want to progress this.
Yeah,
I want more feedback from the game.
we can only banter for so much.
How do you get the game to give us...
That is a
We
very
need to-
good
we need
question.
Okay.
We need to introduce more verbs, is I
Oh.
think kind of the short.
Okay.
So we could, Ollie found us on the train. We were already headed to San Francisco for some reason.
That's right.
We could leave and continue on with whatever our original business was. I trust the AI to not forget about Frank, let's say.
Okay.
Is our business some kind of Weird West investigation?
Yeah,
Extermination?
I think investigation. Yeah.
Investigation sounds good.
Mhm.
Okay. So do we need to go up into some particular place in the hills of San Francisco
Yeah,
and investigate some kind of Weird West activity? Something involving tentacles, clearly.
Okay.
Well, all right, we can bring it.
I would just like some kind of eldritch horror to show
Yeah,
up.
all right,
We can
all
just
right.
make that
Okay,
happen.
tell you what. Yeah, let's not. The AI will bring Frank back in. Let's nod to Frank and excuse ourselves.
All right, I thought we were doing first person, myself.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Outside to.
Feel like there needs to be an ambush somewhere, and I think maybe up in the California hills.
Yeah.
Once we're out there.
Okay. Yeah. If this
Do we
tries
need
to
a
pull
posse? Do we need a posse of Ollies?
I don't think. God, I'm pretty sure that that's the eldritch horror that we're gonna find is a posse.
It's just gonna be every tentacle is gonna be.
Whoa.
named Ollie.
Okay. All right. No, this is.
You nod to Frank and excuse yourself outside to hail another carriage. You decide to head back to the hotel. On the way, you meet a man collecting for the Owen Reardon Charitable Trust, which sounds like a scam.
Owen is just another way to say Ollie.
Oh God, this is getting weird.
We should investigate the Reardon mansion, where surely there will be some occult
summoning circle.
Okay,
occult business.
so
that we can shoot with our 6-shooter.
Definitely.
Wait, no, we have a bolt-action rifle.
Ah, fuck.
I mean, we can have a 6-shooter too,
Yeah.
but I'm just,
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay, let's teach the game a couple of other things. Let's say Jenny was sent to San Francisco to investigate strange happenings at the Reardon. Is that how it's spelled?
Yep. Estate? Manor?
What did it say?
It's
Reardon.
It's too far back. Oh, there it is.
Reardon, yeah. I'm going to say just mansion.
Okay.
I feel like grounds.
Yeah,
too
that's
many.
just gonna be too.
Okay. Hail a taxi for the Reardon mansion.
Okay.
Sure. Let's just leave it at that.
All right. We're making actions. That's the important part.
Verbs are where it's at.
Yeah. You hail a taxi for the Reardon mansion. The driver frowns. You don't want to go there, sir. Sir.
That's right, I'm sir. You call me sir.
All right. You don't want to go there, sir, he says. That's where my destination is, you reply.
He laughs. No, that's great. That's great. He laughs nervously and pulls off.
The driver laughs nervously and pulls off. I'm glad I don't have to drive you, he says. Odd business you got there.
Do we need to get another taxi?
We have to hoof it.
Yeah, we got to hoof it.
I mean, we don't
we
say
have to
hoof,
walk
but
now.
I
Okay.
think we do,
Yeah.
We have to walk.
3.5 hours later, you arrive at the Reardon Estate.
To the Reardon mansion, arriving just after sundown.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The mansion looms in the distance, looming over you.
We're here.
Sure.
We have
A
arrived.
little confusing there. All right.
Yeah.
Uneventful. Okay.
All right. We're just at the mansion. We do still have our rifle. They don't necessarily know we're here. We need to stalk these grounds.
Okay.
And
Are we going to be circumspect and investigate around, or are we going to ring the doorbell and say?
I think that the nature of the disturbance at the Reardon mansion leaves it unclear if anyone is even present / alive inside.
Should we scope out any kind of signs of activity within the mansion?
What if they're like thunderclouds gathering over the mansion? Like set the scene.
Are they very isolated and only over the mansion?
I think
They
so,
should
yeah.
absolutely be very localized.
Thunderclouds gather over the mansion, and it starts to
Storm?
I don't think it started to storm yet.
Is drizzle ever ominous?
You have written down drizzle ominously, and I take exception to that.
I don't believe.
It's canon.
Oh no!
Thunderclouds gather over the mansion, and it starts to drizzle ominously. You head to the door and let yourself in. The mansion is dark and empty, from what you can tell. You head upstairs to find a servant and get the lay of the land.
I think you find a
Undead
servant.
servant? Skeletal servant.
Spectral servant.
Spectral servant.
You
Eldritch
keep
Horror
going.
servant.
Like you can't just say spectral servant. What?
It's just a floating hand.
A spectral servant, like they come through the wall.
Keep going.
Did you just press enter on me? Is that what you're?
Yes. Keep talking. Like. What?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. A spectral servant arrives through the wall.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it going to bow at us and offer service?
And
Bring
curtsies.
us tea?
It curtsies.
Oh, it curtsies.
Oh, I like the and curtsies to
Jenny.
I consider
Curtsies
myself a pretty
to Jenny.
eloquent person.
Curtsies to Jenny and says, "Sir."
Sir.
And says,
May I help you, sir?
yes. How may I help you, sir?
A spectral servant arrives through the wall and curtsies to Jenny and says, "How may I help you, sir?" You reply, "I'd like to see Mrs. Reardon."
Mrs. Reardon.
Okay.
Ellie.
Ellie.
"If you would please wait just a moment, sir," the servant says, and then disappears through the wall.
I'm sorry, where does Ellie Reardon come from?
Husband of Ollie Reardon.
Ollie. Ellie.
Fuck. I completely missed that. I'm embarrassed.
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
I do feel bad. I do.
Okay, so
we would like sit down and like light up a like cigarillo.
Have
or
a
something.
swig.
yeah. Pull your flask out.
Okay.
Pull a flask out, light a cigarette. She does not smoke fucking cigarillos. Girls got cigars.
Yeah. She does need to light a cigar.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good point. Okay. Sit down in the waiting room. Ginny pulls out her flask and lights a cigar.
Yes.
All right.
And drinks from her whiskey flask.
I mean, I pull. Okay. Then let's say lights a cigar and takes a swig of whiskey from her flask.
I like this girl.
Yeah.
All right.
This is basically you, Stina.
You sit down in the waiting room. Ginny lights a cigar and takes a swig of whiskey from her flask. Rose enters the room and nods at you.
Hey, Rose.
What is okay? But also, okay.
We're gonna end this with Ginny going to a problem. You know that's gonna happen, right?
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, quick question: Is Rose the
Mrs. Reardon?
servant or Rose Reardon?
I think it's Rose Reardon.
I think Rose Reardon, the daughter of Ellie and Ollie.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So maybe the mystery is what happened to Ollie and Ellie. That's what we've been out here to
Also,
We've
investigate.
been
Okay.
sent here to find out.
By the Queen.
By the Queen.
But
because
are we just not going to deal with the ghost servant? Is that just like? Is
Of
that
course,
not
in the
exceptional? 'Cause
In the
that's-
Weird West, that is
Okay.
very
All right.
normal.
No, that's fine.
We
I'm
are
cool
not.
with that.
We're not
I just-
weirded out by that.
Okay.
We're cool.
We're definitely not, because we just sat down and started smoking and drinking in their very plush armchair.
Okay.
It's very it's very just like chill,
Yeah.
debonair.
Nice.
Huh.
Okay, so you wait patiently
Rose
for Rose
has
to
entered
return.
the room.
Yeah.
So we've gotten to speak with the person that we're looking to
Yeah.
speak with.
Do we need to tell Rose that we're here on behalf of the Queen to assist her with her mission to solve the mystery
So-
of her parents' deaths?
we trust Rose, and I like that you're being very on the nose about it, because I think that's important here.
Yeah, I think that is important.
But I want to be more like, how would Ginny do that though?
Ooh,
Ginny's a straight shooting son of a gun,
she is.
daughter of a gun,
Son of a gun.
son of a gun. All right,
So,
Stop trying to feminize everything.
I'm just trying to be respectful to Jenny.
She wants to be called Sir.
I don't
Okay.
think
mess
Jenny
with this
really
girl.
cares that much, but
Potentially.
Jenny prefers accuracy.
only when it comes to shooting.
All right, but we need to talk to Rose.
Mhm.
What does Rose say? All right, let's do. What does Rose say to us?
Oh, that's good because Rose would need to initiate this conversation as arriving to see a guest in her home.
Yeah,
Does Rose know Ginny?
I don't think she trusts Jenny yet.
Oh,
She-
all right.
who's
New
this?
introduction.
Yeah, who's this new person that just showed up?
Does Ginny have anything that she can present to Rose to
We already gave away
demonstrate
the
her
pawn.
bona fides?
We gave away the pawn.
We did. Do we
To
have
Frank.
anything else?
Did
We
we have
could-
any items other than the bolt-action rifle and the flask of whiskey?
I don't think so.
We could retcon
We have a
something
gleam in our
there.
eye,
We have
but
a
gleam
we're
in
not
our
giving
eye.
that away.
Rose says, "I like the gleam in your eye."
Give
You
it to
seem
me.
like a person that I could trust.
Is there some kind of piece of knowledge that Ginny could have?
Maybe we could just say that we're here to investigate what happened to your parents.
Perfect.
How about we
Does
just
Rose ask why we're here?
No, I think we just open with that.
Okay.
I'm here to solve the
Did you just capitalize mystery?
It's a big mystery.
Capital M mystery.
Mystery of what happened to your parents.
Ollie and
Your parents, Ollie and
Ellie.
Ellie Reardon.
yes.
I'm here to solve the mystery of what happened to your parents, Ollie and Ellie Reardon. I figured you were, she says, smiling. Come on, I'll show you the place. Rose turns and begins walking down the hall, and you follow.
You
Well, that was
follow.
pretty fast. Okay.
All right,
I guess we've
all
earned
right.
your trust.
We have
Okay.
infiltrated.
What is that ghost servant's name? I want her to be a character.
Does the ghost servant
like
need
her.
a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you just see the ghost servant floating into the basement.
It's a woman, yes? The ghost
Yeah,
servant?
she is now.
All the only information we have is that the ghost servant curtsied.
Then yes.
The implication then being female.
Yes, that is the implication. Mm-hmm. All right. We don't want to get caught up too much. Like,
Well, we do want to get caught up into the basement and find the summoning circle.
Ooh, Agatha?
Agatha?
Mm-hmm.
Rose beckons to Agatha.
Okay.
Or do we need like an Ellie, Ollie synonym?
No,
Rose
no.
and Agatha are both really good names.
Beckons to Agatha, did we say spectral?
Yeah, spectral servant.
Servant, and asks her to retrieve the keys to the basement while Rose gives a tour of the mansion.
All right, I like that. That's good.
Okay.
I like that.
Rose beckons to Agatha, the spectral servant, and asks her to retrieve the keys to the basement while Rose gives Ginny a tour of the mansion. Suddenly, Rose stops in her tracks and looks up. Shh, she says, putting a finger to her lips.
A deafening.
Oh, God.
Did we have to be quiet
Roar?
to hear this deafening thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Peal of laughter.
No. It's
Thunder.
the thunder.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay.
Do you have a peal of thunder? Is that the appropriate term?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check.
I think of myself as a pretty eloquent person, but this game consistently.
Well, we're in the Weird West. So
yeah,
we gotta...
it's a little challenging.
Yeah.
Peal of thunder.
Okay,
Looks
a deafening
You got it right.
peal of thunder shakes the house.
A peal is a loud or deep sound that is usually repeated.
Okay,
Thunder
all right.
would
A deafening
absolutely
peal of
fall
thunder
under-
shakes the house, and the clouds above begin to pour rain.
Okay. I like
Nice.
this more setting. We are, however, in the house, so we see definitely like flashes of lightning through the window and such.
A deafening peal of thunder shakes the house, and the clouds above begin to pour rain. Rose turns and heads towards what appears to be a secret passage in the wall of a room. She unlocks a stone door in the wall and opens it. Come, this way.
Oh, the mystery is deepening.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So
So-
she's taking us
Do
to.
we have a candle or
Rose
flashlights are not a thing? in
Rose emits
18.
a nice like soft glow.
Wait, hold on. Is
I think-
Rose a ghost?
She's spectral.
No, Agatha is
Unclear.
spectral.
Oh, I apologize.
Agatha is the
Agatha-
spectral.
Rose could also be like.
Not unheard of.
But no, I think Rose lives alone in this mansion, attended entirely by ghostly servants.
Yeah, ghost
because
actors.
that's
Agreed.
weird.
Yeah.
And I think if we're gonna have some light given to us, Agatha, the spectral servant,
Agatha
is
probably has like
shedding a little bit of light for us.
She probably has her own like spectral candle, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, but she
As a
also glows.
servant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why don't we, story? Lightning flashes through the window, illuminating your path.
Ooh.
Lightning flashes through the window, illuminating our
The path,
the path. That's better. Yeah,
the
okay.
corridor.
Yeah.
the corridor.
Path
and,
implying
and
outside.
the strange engravings on the wall.
Oh.
It's just,
Is Jenny secretly an archaeologist?
Now she
You know,
is.
maybe.
She is now, yeah. She studied, but
Lightning flashes through the window, illuminating the corridor and the strange engravings on the wall. Rose begins to walk down the passageway, opening doors along the way. You follow Rose into the room, pulling the passageway door closed behind you. You look around. You're in a room full of technical equipment aimed at the sky. You say, "What the hell? We're making progress in our endeavors."
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not what I
Yes!
expected here.
This is amazing.
Okay, all right. Let's stop and reassess.
We need to.
I think Rose knows
Really?
exactly what the fuck happened to Ollie and Ellie.
I think that's what we're finding out here.
She might be our villain.
Oh.
Oh no.
Then what happened to Frank?
Frank
What?
is in the bar.
Why do you
Yeah,
think he
I
was...
want Frank to come back up somehow.
Okay,
Doesn't
well,
know.
he was
I'm-
loading his gun.
Maybe Frank
Yeah,
is
no,
out
Frank
for Rose.
knows that shit is about to go down.
Yeah.
Is Frank gonna back us up in
Well,
this
hold
battle
on.
against
Hold
Rose?
on. Hold on. Frank and Rose definitely are like star-crossed lovers that fell out.
Is
Okay.
Frank still mad about it?
Yes.
God damn it, Frank, grow up.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. Is that... Oh, all right. So, fuck, where does that leave us here, though?
Okay, first of all, I very much appreciate the technical equipment. I need to know that it is excessively steampunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely...
There are a lot of gears. There is a lot of brass happening right here.
Can you
There's
just
steam
put in...
pumping out from pipes.
Okay, the technical equipment is steampunk as fuck.
Yes, that is accurate.
Perfect.
The technical equipment is steampunk as fuck. An entire room of monitors linked together to track the sky with a working telescope and other gadgets. We're making progress in scientific endeavors, Rose says, elated. Shit, this is crazy.
Oh my god!
Is Rose a mad scientist and her parents were sacrificed?
I think we need to be very clear about this. Say something along the lines to Rose. You know perfectly well what the hell happened to your parents, don't you?
Okay, so this telescope, however, is not looking at the stars, though. It's looking at something beyond the stars, obviously, right?
Yes.
That's where this is going. Okay.
Amazing.
All right. We're gonna say you know damn well what happened to your parents, don't you, Rose?
They could, yeah, I like that. But
are we just gonna leave it?
Yes, I want to see what the story
Let's see
says.
where we go.
But also, they clearly couldn't grasp the magnitude of the discovery
of her endeavors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know damn well what happened to your parents, don't you, Rose? Of course. Then why won't you admit it? Rose sighs and looks at you with a gaze that seems to pierce your soul, her blue eyes staring into your brown ones.
Wow, we just ratcheted the sexual tension up to 11 here.
Hey girl, hey.
Yeah, hello.
Is this like...
Do you just
the ultimate love triangle between Ginny and Rose and Frank?
I assume there are tentacles involved here.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus, no.
No, I think that if she knows what happens to her parents, and she's not talking about it, and she's got a telescope pointing into something beyond space, clearly there was some kind of human sacrifice in order to draw in the Eldritch Horror that failed. And she's going to try again with Ginny and Frank. Because Frank is clearly on his way here.
She didn't know Ginny was coming. She does know Frank is coming.
She knows Frank is coming.
And Ginny is an interloper.
But can you ramp up the success of your weird occult shit by
two
having an extra
sacrifices
victim?
is better than one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
exactly where I was going.
I'm pretty sure Agatha was the first sacrifice.
That's what happened to all the servants.
I'm still on the train.
The sexual tension train?
Always?
Always.
Hey, girl? That Rose probably had something to do with the death of her parents.
Right.
There's definitely something going on with all these spectral servants. Clearly she is failing at her nefarious experiments into the occult, trying to accomplish some kind of evil. Would it be evil, though? Would it be evil? Does she have an objective that she feels like is important?
If it requires sacrifice, I think... If it requires human sacrifice, I think we can comfortably...
If she's summoning dark gods... But what is her motivation for summoning dark gods?
We need to know her motivation.
Looks sullen and says, "They stood in the way of my scientific endeavors."
Are we going down like the atavistic fear route where the progression of science is terrifying and the regression of human into the animalistic is just something that needs to destroy science so that no such thing can happen?
God damn, I'm glad you're here.
This is an important question.
Yeah. Let's let the game tell us.
Let the game tell us.
Is she evil or is she on the cutting edge?
Or it's just misunderstood?
Rose looks sullen and says, "They stood in the way of my scientific endeavors." What? What are you talking about? They were my parents. They had to go. You're taken aback by her remark and the cold stare in her eye.
All right, no, she's pretty clearly evil then.
Yeah, no, totally. What if Agatha... So Agatha, we have determined that Agatha was maybe one of her original test subjects. Agatha, the spectral nurse, spectral servant, ghost, right?
We need some exposition from Agatha.
Yeah.
Agatha, the spectral servant, was one of the first victims of Rose's experiments.
This is so dark.
Yeah.
It really.
This took a turn. We were just on a train to San Francisco.
I mean, it was like, yeah.
The implication of Eldritch Horror was there.
At all times.
Was it?
Always.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so we still need to do a thing. So they were my parents. They had to go. You're taken aback by her remark and the cold stare in her eye.
I feel like we need to pull out the gun.
Yeah.
We can't let her do this.
Is it time for action?
I think it is. I think it's time for action. We've had a fair amount of dialogue.
Ginny brandishes her weapon.
Brandish the bolt action rifle. You know I can't let you keep doing this, Rose.
Yes.
All right. Frank needs to show up and be a patsy.
I mean, that would be nice.
Frank is definitely a patsy, right?
You draw the bolt-action rifle and point it at Rose. Don't shoot! Tell me the truth. Tell me you killed them. I didn't have anything against them.
Okay,
cool.
They were necessary to further my experimentation.
Yeah, they were necessary endeavors, I believe. They were necessary to...
Their deaths were necessary to further my endeavors.
So Rose says...
Their deaths were necessary to further my scientific endeavors. Tell me what happened. Rose looks at you and says, they died in a lightning storm.
Is this Frankenstein? This is Frankenstein. We have just crossed the threshold.
Yeah, I will note, and this is something that we need to get to. 1, telescope. 2, lightning storm. Both happening right the fuck now.
Yeah, no, this might end with us dying. With Ginny dying, that would be an unfortunate...
Yeah.
A very tragic end.
Is,
she would need to be avenged.
Yeah.
It remains on the table.
Okay, 1, she says they died in a lightning storm. You need to look out the window and notice that it's lightning outside. 2, where the fuck is Frank?
All right.
Let's get some Frank.
Okay. So, all right. So we're going to look out the window at the increasingly violent lightning storm outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay, but
like, how does this work, Rose? What is going on?
What are you trying to achieve?
What are you trying to achieve?
What are you trying to achieve, Rose?
Yes.
Hopefully that will correctly attribute.
We still have our gun pulled on her too, by the way.
Yes.
You look out the window at the increasingly violent lightning storm outside. What are you trying to achieve, Rose? They were wonderful parents. Raising me by themselves was quite the task, but they did a fantastic job. I love them dearly, Rose says, tearing up a little.
Oh no,
she had to do it. She had to.
She was forced to by the Eldritch horrors that creeped into. I don't think so. This sounds like somebody being like, they were wonderful, but they had to fucking go.
They had to go.
Yeah. But guess what else is
serve
wonderful?
the greater good.
I have just moved them on ahead of myself. Oh, maybe she's about to sacrifice
Okay, can we get
herself.
some Frank?
Okay. So
Frank
Frank would burst in with his revolver and shout something.
I feel like he's banging at the door.
Yeah, but we didn't. It would interrupt the flow for someone to let him in.
Okay.
We're like staring each other down.
Okay.
Frank like kicks open the door and points the gun at one of the two of us and shouts something. But I don't know what.
What if?
And who?
What if you increase the tension on your trigger finger just as the door breaks in?
Okay.
Jenny tightens her finger trigger.
Bring the rifle up to
Bear. Right at Rose's face.
Like ready the.
Pull a bead on her.
That implies like a moving.
It does.
Level the rifle.
There. Yes. Thank you. Level the rifle at Rose and rest a finger on the trigger. It wasn't worth it, Rose! ! And then after this, we'll have Frank come in.
Okay. Also, Agatha definitely saves the day. I want to be clear about this.
All right. Holy shit!
You level the rifle at Rose and rest a finger on the trigger. It wasn't worth it, Rose. You pull the trigger. The rifle bucks in your hands as it fires, and a booming gunshot echoes in the mansion.
We shot her!
Rose's expression becomes one of pain, and she falls to the floor.
We just killed Rose!
No, she's not dead yet.
She is undead.
Okay, that's actually possible. Okay, it is extremely possible that through whatever dark boon has been bestowed on her. However, let's stick with Frank needs to...
Frank needs to show up, and he's mad at us because we just killed Rose.
Yes.
No. I think Frank... Well, okay. Let me pitch you an alternative here.
Okay.
Frank shows up, like, Rose gets back up and, like, delivers some sort of a line, and then Frank enters and explains that we need to destroy the equipment, which is the actual...
I can get down with that.
Okay. Let's okay.
She has a source of power somewhere in the science.
Rose stands back up and regards Ginny. Did we spell it?
Yeah.
Ginny with a Y.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ginny
Coldly.
At just that moment, Frank bursts through the door behind Ginny, brandishing his... We haven't used six-shooter.
Very important.
I came as fast as I could.
Rose stands back up and regards Ginny coldly. At just that moment, Frank bursts through the door behind Ginny, brandishing his six-shooter. Frank shouts,
I came as fast as I could.
Rose screams, "Ah!" and runs to her brother, grabbing him. She begs you to stop, but it's too late. Rose is rammed through the wall as the force of your bullet tears through it.
Holy fuck!
Fired again! Oh, shit!
All right, well, this is what's happening now. I don't know what I was pitching before, but this is what's happening.
I assume we're not going the forbidden love route.
Not anymore.
I mean, Eldritch horrors can involve some, like, low-key incest.
No, thank you.
Well, we already shot one of them. We can shoot the other
We
one.
can just shoot them all. It's fine.
All right, fuck it. Agatha shoots one.
No, she's a ghost.
Here's a go. She shoots him with her laser beam ghost spectral
No,
powers.
all right, hold on.
All right.
Hold on. There's okay. No. We can
We can work through this.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's get there. The equipment is still here. We have shot her, and
She's down.
she was down, but she's not out.
Well, we shot her again, and
Right. I guess you
If
get
we
shot.
have to assume that this is a fairly large bore rifle, I suppose.
Is the equipment glowing in some kind of ominous and dangerous way that attracts our attention?
Goddamn
Awesome.
right it is.
Well, okay, question.
Is there a pulsing heart?
We still
In a jar.
We still haven't established what's Frank's motivation here? Is he here to save Rose, or is he here to help us finish the job?
I think he's here to help us finish the job because he doesn't want his sister to become this evil.
To become,
Whatever
be
this evil
fully taken over by the nightmare from beyond the stars.
Yes.
I think Frank looks on her body,
Mm-hmm.
sobbing, like crying, because he just saw you shoot his sister.
Okay.
But he was like, it had to be done.
He knew it was what was necessary.
And then she gets back up.
Okay.
I think there's a
okay.
pulsing heart in a jar somewhere.
All right,
Okay,
that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I think that, yeah. And it's waiting for the lightning to strike it so that she can open the plane to the...
Certainly some sort of communication with
Yeah.
Mhm.
The horror
Okay,
beyond
so
the stars.
So, Frank begins to sob over the body of his sister lying
Rose?
unmoving on the floor.
Okay.
But then I wanna feed it that she gets back up. Well, okay, no, before we do that,
What if Agatha comforts Frank? And then as he's being comforted, Rose just like rises silently up.
okay. Hold on. I want to give Frank a line about, I know that you had to do it.
You could just say that. I know that you had to do it, but it still hurts inside.
Yeah.
Or thank you for doing it.
I
'Cause,
couldn't.
I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing what I didn't have.
And he did.
Thank
have the guts to
you
get here.
for having the courage to do
What I
what
couldn't.
I could not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frank begins to sob over the body of his sister, lying unmoving on the floor. Thank you for having the courage to do what I could not. You raise the rifle again, aiming at Rose as she lies on the floor. You pull the trigger again, and then another booming gunshot echoes through the mansion.
We're just like, we can double tap that shit.
We are a bloodthirsty motherfucker.
I had to be sure.
Fuck.
I want Agatha here. I like Agatha. I think it's very clear that I like Agatha.
if we don't destroy the science equipment, she could continue to return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say
Shall we ask Frank to help?
She needs to get back up. She needs to get back up. And then Agatha needs to tell us there's only one way.
I think. Oh, okay. So what happens is, Agatha enters through the
shattered doorway.
And says, the only way to stop what has been set in motion is to destroy... I don't want to just say the equipment. No, if I don't say the equipment, the game's not going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the equipment. And then you notice a beating heart in a glass jar.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All of you turn to look at the beating heart in the glass jar.
Turns to see a glass jar on a pedestal containing a still beating human heart.
Perfect.
Agatha enters through the shattered doorway and says, the only way to stop what has been set in motion is to destroy the equipment itself. Ginny turns to see a glass jar on a pedestal containing a still beating heart. My God, it's alive. Let me take care of this. Frank, you don't have to do this.
Everyone turns to see as Rose.
Everyone turns to see
Rose,
now up on one knee, clutching the gunshot wound in her chest.
There you go.
She says...
Rose says.
You're right. Rose says...
You'll never stop.
You don't have to... I already said that. If we stop now, our parents' death will have been in vain.
Ooh.
Okay, good. Also, I think somebody needs to consume the heart and not shoot it.
Oh, no, see...
That
would be quite the cliffhanger, because then...
I'm cool with the cliffhanger. Fuck it.
Everyone turns to see Rose, now up on one knee, clutching the gunshot wound in her chest. Rose says, if we stop now, our parents' death will have been in vain. We could still stop this. If we destroy the equipment, the supernatural storms that give rise to these events will stop. Rose, you don't.
All right.
What is that interrupted by?
A crack of lightning. What if lightning strikes the heart? Lightning strikes the fucking heart, and the plane is opened.
A bolt of lightning strikes the heart, shattering the glass jar it was contained in. We gotta...
Does it open a rift in space?
Black smoke begins to swirl in the air above the laboratory.
Nice.
Okay.
Leave it there. Yeah. Okay.
We've entirely moved to using the story instead of the action.
Oh, yeah.
A bolt of lightning strikes the heart, shattering the glass jar it was contained in. Black smoke begins to swirl in the air above the laboratory. Frank screams,
"Get out of here, you fool!"
He turns to the rest of you and barks,
"Come on, let's get out of here."
You grab Rose and help her up.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
let's go.
on.
Why would you help Rose up?
Yeah, maybe she's
Put a stop to this. You have to stop this, Rose.
Shake her?
Maybe it's
Rose, you have to stop.
Yeah, okay. Shake Rose violently. You have to tell us how to stop this.
I want the roof to kind of like rip off.
Yeah.
Because the storm is so violent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The storm winds rip out patches of the roof.
Ginny's words can barely be heard over the howling winds outside, which have begun
To tear the roof.
To rip the roof off?
To tear the house apart.
Ooh.
Begun to tear the mansion apart.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like
Mind-blowingly good.
it is pretty great, honestly.
I don't know about that.
I'm having a great time.
Okay.
You shake Rose violently.
You have to tell us how to stop this.
Ginny's words can barely be heard over the howling winds outside, which have begun to tear the mansion apart. Rose clutches her chest and falls to the ground. You scream in agony as Rose's heart beats against your fingertips. Ah! You clutch your hand to your chest, trying not to bleed out.
Has she connected to Ginny?
Did she do some kind of
maybe
transference with her fingers on her chest?
So I will point this out that you shot Rose 3 times, and maybe that has formed some kind of connection between you.
Is that how that works?
Well,
I guess that's how that works in the West.
You're sacrificing things.
Could be a sacrificial thing.
Okay, the black smoke is coming. The roof is being ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
Your heart is connected to Rose's somehow now.
Is there definitely some kind of beam of light between Ginny and Rose?
Possibly. Where are we going with this, though? I mean, not that we have to have a concrete answer.
Do we have a destination? I feel like that's been bad for us every time.
you know, that's not a bad point.
I think you've learned how to play this game.
That's true. Okay.
You clutch your hand to your chest, trying not to bleed out.
How did Ginny start bleeding?
I think that Rose might have done something
As she was lying there.
So Agatha,
as we grabbed her.
Agatha can be like, she's using you to stay alive. This is what she did to me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because we've clearly established that Rose and Agatha are sisters.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'd say that we've clearly established that, but I'm willing to go with it.
I'm not saying anything is clear here,
Yeah,
but
we haven't clearly established anything.
I think you just need to roll with it.
Yeah. Agatha screams.
she's using you just like she did me.
Should you say Rose is using you?
Rose is using you just like she used me. We got to be more specific, though.
You have to destroy the equipment to put an end to this.
Mm-hmm.
You must.
You must.
It's really on the
It's
notes.
the telescope. You have to destroy the telescope.
Yeah.
Because that's what's looking beyond the stars.
You have to destroy the telescope.
Agatha screams. Rose is just using you like she used me. You have to destroy the telescope. Frank looks at you and snarls.
You're a stupid girl if you think I'm staying here to die.
You laugh bitterly. Is there no way out of this?
I feel like at this point, our action needs to be to go for the telescope.
Yeah.
Do we need to turn our gun on it and just blast it?
I feel like we turn our gun on it and then it gets struck by lightning.
We're in pain right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're bleeding out too. So does Frank needs to do this? Does Frank, shoot the fucking telescope, god damn it.
I don't want to give somebody else the satisfaction of,
I don't think
meeting the, event criteria here.
But counterpoint, if he dies taking out the telescope, we can go to a brothel.
I do like a brothel.
I don't I'm
Do we stop this rift or do we let it happen?
I think we gotta stop it. It's gonna destroy all of existence.
Seems
at least all of
likely.
San Francisco.
All right.
I mean, existence is only so, B- at most.
Okay.
Turn the rifle.
Throw Frank
Aim
the
the
rifle.
rifle at the telescope.
A rifle at the telescope. Okay. I kind of like the idea of us being about to fire it and then lightning strikes it.
Okay.
Does that just make it more powerful?
I don't know.
Does lightning strike our bullet as it enters the telescope?
Ooh.
All right. And fire. Aim the rifle at the telescope and fire, shattering the
Eyepiece? Lens?
Lens.
the lens within.
At the same time, lightning strikes the bullet.
Does lightning strike us? Or strike our
I like the idea
rifle?
of it hitting the bullet
Okay.
so much.
It's
It's just very
in a cosmic
narrow.
convergence.
Yes, thank you.
I'm gonna say in a cosmic convergence, the bullet inside the telescope attracts a bolt of lightning.
So dumb.
Just now.
It's
just
perfect.
now.
Yeah.
Only now.
Yeah, it just became dumb.
Mhm.
You aim the rifle at the telescope and fire, shattering the lens within. In a cosmic convergence, the bullet inside the telescope attracts a bolt of lightning, striking the telescope. The gun bucks in your hands, and a bright flash of light explodes from the gun's muzzle, illuminating the night.
In the light of the muzzle flash, an ominous tentacled figure can be seen inside the swirling black clouds.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, but we did destroy the telescope.
We did. Were we too late, though?
In the light of the muzzle flash, an ominous tentacle figure can be seen inside the swirling black clouds. You scream and clutch your eyes. Ah! The figure disappears, but the swirling clouds give way to a screaming woman in a white dress which slowly rises around in a frenzy, scratching and biting her arms and legs.
Is this Ellie?
I think it is.
I think it's Ellie. Oh no.
Did everything stem from her mother's wickedness?
I think we have to kill her.
Or do we have any bullets left?
I think Frank might need to kill her then.
So Ginny's out of bullets.
No, not. Jenny could be out of bullets.
Maybe.
It's not a 6-shooter rifle.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. Okay, but also Frank hasn't actually shot the gun that he was introduced loading.
Do they all have bandoliers of bullets on?
I mean, Ginny does, I certainly buy.
I would
Jenny
hope
definitely
so.
does,
Agatha
yeah.
probably does.
No.
Ghost bullets.
Agatha keeps like a little ghost derringer in her stock.
Bodice dagger?
Bodice
Sure.
dagger. Yeah.
Ghost bodice dagger.
Ghost bodice dagger. I want Agatha to approach the
The woman in the white dress?
Yeah. They're both spectral beings, I think.
Okay.
What if Frank tries to do something and can't, but Agatha can?
Oh, okay. Frank draws his... Frank points his 6-shooter at the woman, but as he recognizes
His
her
mother.
as Ellie Reardon, his mother, his resolve falters and he finds himself unable to pull the trigger.
Frank points a 6-shooter at the woman, but as he recognizes her as his mother, Ellie Reardon, his resolve falters, and he finds himself unable to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again.
All right, I think we're done.
No.
Founded the AI.
No, all right. Agatha comes and saves the day, and then we go and...
You are in for Agatha.
Agatha's my favorite.
As Frank's resolve falters, Agatha steps forward.
Grabs his gun and shoots her.
Can she do that?
She's a... Yes.
Okay.
She can if she fucking... Yes.
The tentacle figure can be seen. Do we have any idea yet?
No, I think that's just...
It's just a mind flayer just being like, I'll get you.
I think it's the thing from Beyond the Stars.
Yeah.
As Frank's resolve... you know what? We don't need this whole thing about Frank.
All right, fuck off, Frank.
Yeah, okay. Agatha steps forward.
Takes Frank's gun.
And takes the gun from
Takes the
Frank's
spirit of the gun.
shaking hand. Trains it on the woman.
In white.
In white.
Says, "Mother, you never loved me."
Oh,
Pulls the
God.
No, we can do better than that. We do, and trains it on the woman in white. You'll find peace you were denied in life.
Oh my.
And fires.
A bullet at her. How explicit do you need to be?
Let's say Barry.
Okay. And fires the gun, striking the head.
Oh, in the head.
Wow.
Violent.
That was a good shot.
Agatha steps forward, takes the gun from Frank's shaking hand, and trains it on the woman in white. She fires the gun, striking the woman in the head. May you find the peace that you were denied in life. Suddenly, in the flash of light that follows, a cracking sound is heard. The forest and mansion have been crushed into splinters.
Is the building collapsing around us right now?
Everybody's
I
dead
think
but Jenny.
Everybody's dead but Jenny.
Jenny pulls herself out of
I'm
the
not
ash.
even sure there are corpses.
No corpses.
Ooh, no bodies are left?
Everybody was a ghost.
Maybe.
Even Frank?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Is
Okay.
Ginny slightly mad?
Ginny is fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Not the kind of mad I was referring to, but yes.
Stand up from the rubble of the mansion and regard the... No. Stand up from the rubble of the mansion.
And regard the ruins of the Reardon Estate.
And regard the ruins of the Reardon Estate.
Realize she is the only survivor? Realize you are the only survivor?
There's a... I wanna thread that a little bit better, but yeah, I think you're right.
There's no bodies to be seen.
There are no survivors.
Walk slowly
Other
into
survivors.
Ginny stands up from the ruins of the mansion and regards the shattered remains of the telescope.
There are no bodies to be seen.
There are no bodies to be seen.
There are only questions. Unanswered questions.
Better.
There are only unanswered questions.
Ginny stands up from the ruins of the mansion and regards the shattered remains of the telescope. There are no bodies to be seen, only unanswered questions.
The end.
The end.
Okay,
that was glorious.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
What
Amazing.
The fuck?
I love it.
Oh my god.
Thank you for coming along with us on this.
On that journey.
That was a motherfucking journey. We went from, I say, Texas to San Francisco, met a few Ollies on the way.
So many Ollies.
Ollies just...
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much again for coming with us on this journey. This has been Dungeon Zero. We're going to keep bringing you these ridiculous adventures. I hope you enjoy as much as we do. As always, I'd like to thank the lovely and talented Misty Whitten for providing voiceover and narration, and for pulling out her best Dolly Parton for the role. And I'd like to thank our guest host Stina, and all of you. You can find us on Twitter at DungeonZeroPod, or watch and listen to the episodes at DungeonZero.com.